Yeah.
I'm on Carvana, bro. I'm not giving me a wheel. I'm sick of this.
Oh, all right. Bet. You got something in mind?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Little white Benz. What's that? Countryman. I don't even know what that is. Oh, that's a Mini Cooper. What'd you say? They can't help you. What are they doing? Cleaning? Cleaning?
Riding a bike.
No good? Can't get in there? What's around here? Is this where we started at, or is this? What's this? Oh yeah, it's what? Lock?
Fuck.
Jownazz,
Hey, yo.
where you got me at?
Check it out, man. You see this water yet? People be falling in this shit, don't be making it out. That shit.
You said they don't be making it out. Hold on, I gotta take a look at this.
The people will be in that water. That shit.
Yo,
People be falling into that water, bro. Don't make it out of that shit.
that don't look like somewhere I want to go swimming.
Bro, I wouldn't even want to make a mistake. I mean, that.
He said I wouldn't even want to make a mistake.
Nice. You know what? We can sit right here by the water, man.
Yeah.
Get the people a little lean.
Okay.
Get the people a little lean by the water, man. We ain't getting no street signs, but we on Delaware Ave. There's some condos down this joint.
Yeah, matter of fact, if I pull back here,
Bro. Get the people a view, bro.
95 North sign right there. These the condos for sale right next to Penn's Landing.
Docside. I think it's called Docside.
Yeah, this is called Docside. Good call. It's these condos are for sale down here. What you been up to though since the last time we seen each other?
Me? Man, yeah, it's been a minute. Hoping that the people would expect this new upcoming upload. We ain't get no clips lately. So.
All right. So I was thinking instead of me asking you some questions, I was gonna throw some words at you.
What you got?
And see what your first, thought is, or if you got a story or an example, whatever, and experience, anything you want.
What you got?
All right. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with creativity. What does creativity mean to you, or what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Creativity. I feel like creativity is within each person. Like if you're a unique individual, you're always gonna come up with something unique and creativity. I said creativity twice. But
Yeah.
you're gonna always come up with something official that will grab the people attention.
Okay. You feel like you're creative?
Of course.
Any specific ways, or you just
yeah, I'm multitasking
in general?
different ways, Like, my sense of humor is different. You know what I mean?
Because don't you draw and all kinds of stuff?
No, I used to, bro. I used to draw, but I fell back from drawing.
Oh, all right.
Fell back from drawing.
You still be drawing though. No, you be drawing.
No, I'm solid, bro. I know what you're talking about. I got you, man. You trying to hit me with me?
No, you be drawing.
Cheap shot.
You be drawing.
Yeah, come up with cheap shots.
Everybody comment. Jownazz be drawing. Nah. All right, let me move on to the next one. Acknowledgement.
Acknowledgement.
What's that mean to you?
To acknowledge where a person came from, where a person's going, and what they got to offer right now. You know what I mean? Like, you can't worry about nobody's past. You only can salute them for what they're doing now, and if they can still do something. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say like this: what about the people that's no longer here? The people that's no longer here, they would salute you. They would, acknowledge you if they still have the chance to. Hopefully, right?
That's heavy. That's a very good point. All right. Hopefully, exactly right.
You know what I mean? Hopefully, everybody that you love or say they got love for you acknowledge you. Appreciate your time.
That actually runs me right into motives.
Motives. I got the motives. Well, I've had bad motives in my past. Like I said, we're talking about right now. I see things different. I try to do a little something different every day. Try to reach out to different people. Going back to that, I try to help the homeless when I see them. Whether if I know you from being in the neighborhood or if I pass by somebody, in and out of a Wawa or something like that. If I got it, I bless the person.
Yeah, I noticed that you be. Go ahead.
Or just to give somebody advice.
Okay.
That go a long way too.
Yeah.
Sometimes advice is more than money. It's more benefits than money.
Yeah.
More benefits from somebody giving you good advice, because they can teach you something that'll save you some money.
Relationships are worth more than money for sure.
Yeah.
I was thinking about how you be sparking up conversations with a lot of random people, and I was thinking that might be something that we have to do one day, get on tape. I don't know how you feel about that, but I know it's personal, a lot of it.
Well, that goes mutual ways.
Right.
Multiple ways.
Personal for them. Yeah.
Because you never know who's gonna stop, who got time.
True.
One thing you can't get back is that time. You get your money back, you get all your personal goods and all that, you get all that back, but you can't get that time back.
Eyeing you. Why they eyeing you up?
Look funny, bro.
I think they're just thinking, damn, look at this ugly ass bull up there.
The cheap shots. The cheap shots.
This bull thinks he be being watched all the time.
They are watching. Bro.
Just tell her, it's because he ugly as shit.
It's
because he ugly as shit. I ain't zeroed in on nothing.
Yo, you funny
shit.
as ever, bro.
All right, I'm gonna move on to my next word. Future.
Oh man, when it comes to the future, I'm gonna say the future looking scary right now. To some people, the future's amazing. Some people can't wait for what's up and coming here. You know what I mean? As far as futuristic
technology,
materials, and just information in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people are looking at it as a good thing.
Clouds, my guy. Like, what's the future of the clouds? You know what I mean? Nobody probably don't think about that. What's the future of the clouds? 'Cause these clouds is a little different from when we were kids, bro.
Very different.
These clouds are a whole lot different from when we were kids, bro.
A lot of things are different from when we were kids. I think that's why your initial reaction was scary.
Yeah.
Things are changing up quickly.
I'm looking at how certain areas, look, if you catch over there, certain areas got the sun and then the clouds is covering. Like, it's weird. Like, how?
He said, like, how?
You see how
they're moving. The clouds
are
are,
stuck in it.
or we're supposed to be. We were taught that the earth is moving.
Yeah, it's moving on.
All right. Imagination.
Imagination runs deep. All depending on who you are, what you've been through, man. Some experiences is heavy, bro. Like, some people don't never stop imagining.
In what way?
Better times. Better connections with family. More interactions with their friends.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Damn.
Imagination. Some people imagine, some people wish that they was in better circumstances, better living conditions. Shit.
Yeah, that can go a bunch of different
To be
ways.
honest.
What about passion?
Passion. That's a good one, bro. I got a passion for money. I got a passion for money.
Passion for money?
Yeah, I got a passion for money. Crazy passion for money.
We all got a passion for money, my guy.
Hey, listen, how would you feel? How would you feel if you had an opportunity to generate 5 million, 10 million with no taxes? See, that's a difference. It's a difference.
It's a big difference.
It's a difference. Because when it comes to the bread, when it comes to money, taxes will follow along with it. You feel me?
That's crazy.
How would you operate if you had 5 million no taxes?
Yeah, right. A lot different. I got to shout out Feast, man. You just made me think of him. He said, how would you feel if you had to pay the bills with no job? Whoa. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, they got the point. Shout out Feast. How about passion?
Still passionate. You still want it, though.
What'd you say for passion?
Well,
I must have missed that.
let's just say, for some people's passion can do a lot.
Oh, you said you were passionate for money. That's how that
Passion for
started.
money.
Yeah, you're right.
Some people, man, passion can do a lot, man. Passion can destroy you.
That's what I was about to say. Passion is making these people crash out.
Yeah.
Whether it's
Passion.
over love or whatever, you know.
Love, hate, money. Negative energy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Negative energy.
So, get the people a view.
See where we're at? Down Philly?
Everybody pretty much know this.
They should.
This
They should if they're down here.
Docside.
They live down here. The Docside.
Condos.
The residences at Docside. So, all right. That was a pretty good answer. How about current status?
Current status, I'm trying to figure it out. You mean? I'm trying to figure it out right now.
Your current status?
Yeah, mine. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know the current status of the world. You know, it's a little, man, the current status of the world, you know, because there's different cities that's doing great and different cities that's not. There's different countries that's doing great and there's different countries that's not. So. Now,
Yeah, it's a good point.
Our current status,
Yeah.
listen, I'm trying to figure it out. It's not good, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Right now, it's not
So how do
good.
you feel about the economy then?
Economy, man, the economy gonna be what it's gonna be. Regardless if we like it or not, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. We really got no control over that. They say we got control over
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was gonna say. So you don't think it's what we were taught? If we go out and buy more, there's gonna be more money in the economy.
We did that. We've done that. Let me correct that. We've done that.
We've done
already.
that, you're right.
We destroyed a lot of our bank accounts, our little stashes and all that.
Bro.
Buying a bunch of nonsense that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Has no value.
And where's the economy now? That's a good point. I got a word for you.
Come on.
Facts. Hold on. Before we go to facts, bro, I just saw an accident. Swear to God. You see them? The girl in the Mini Cooper just I don't know if she was texting or what, but she just rear-ended the Camry. I guess they're gonna pull over. I wonder if that was on the video. I don't think it was. I think I was just looking at you. The Camry. She don't got nowhere to dip off to. I'll tell you that. All this traffic on 90 on Delaware.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it ain't that bad. She should just let it go, but you know how that is. I don't know. People be acting funny.
As long as they joint not dent it up, or
I'm sure it's not. That car got rear-ended. That's the Mini Cooper that doesn't even have a scratch on it. So what the heck could the Mini Cooper have done to that car? But she is giving up her insurance. So there you go. Even for a little tippy tat.
Next question.
Well, I asked it right before I saw that. It kind of freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. Facts. The word facts, or just facts in general. Like, how do you feel about that?
Should we go? I stated a lot of facts in a lot of the previous videos.
Covering your mouth. What'd you say?
I stated a lot of the facts in a lot of the previous videos that we uploaded.
A lot of the facts of what?
Everything.
Oh.
Just said facts.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did just say facts.
I mean, I'm trying to make sure that it works out just right. You know what I mean? Because you ain't say, facts of this or facts of that, or what's your opinion on these facts? Or,
Yeah, you're right. You're making me look silly.
No, you ain't looking silly. You good.
You had to get your jab back.
No, you doing you. I ain't jabbing, man. I'm actually just, trying to observe the weather. I'm trying to figure out what's next.
Well, look, what I meant really was like, how do you feel? How can I word this now? How do you feel about making sure you get the facts of a situation as opposed to just reacting off of the first thing you hear?
I'm a firm believer that I try not to lash out on nobody about anything. I feel like that's very important, bro, to get the facts on anything you about to, engage with or interact with. You should always get the facts on.
I agree. I'm glad you said that. I feel like it's a little immature to just react.
Yeah, you can't.
There's always two sides to the story.
Lose their cool and lose friendships and destroy a lot by just reacting.
Yeah. How about the word Philadelphia? What does that bring to mind? Of course, we got this
That
nut.
right there.
Yeah,
That's
that right there.
That's what I experienced my whole life in Philadelphia.
That's what you got to sleep through, right?
Police, ambulance,
fire trucks,
violence. But what do you do when you're born somewhere? You know what I mean? You see, you're gonna either pick up and leave or
make the best of it.
A lot of people make the best out of their situation. Some people never leave home. Their hometown. Some people never leave their hometown. And if they do, it's nothing like your hometown. You get homesick sometimes, like when you step out. Out of your comfort zone, you get homesick, man. So Philadelphia is a part of every individual, whether you are a well-known figure, public figure, or just a regular person that's walking the streets.
Just a regular civilian, right?
Yeah, regular civilian. What's the other one? Citizen. You know what I mean? It is.
What's the other one? Yeah.
As you see, I'm just relaxed, and I ain't moving all around all crazy because I'm kind of comfortable right here. This right here is like comfortable, bro. Like this place right here, it's pretty comfortable. It's not a lot of noise. We didn't shot videos at parks, and there's so much noise. The only thing we heard was that ambulance go by. Other than that,
oh yeah, out here
couple of motors went by that was a little,
Yeah.
A couple cars went by that had a little loud engine, but other than that, the trucks.
You know what I always wonder, because you used to rap and all that, so you obviously used to write. Do you prefer writing over like texting?
I prefer writing over texting.
Like, what if you were going to put a 16 together? Would you do it on paper or would you do it with a phone?
It's optional. That's actually optional.
So you do it both ways?
Yeah, I can do both ways. I'd rather record it though. I'd rather record myself Like sometimes it's better to freestyle, then write it down.
Okay.
So you can go back in and go in the booth how you want to, because sometimes writing it doesn't always work out for people. You spend a lot of time writer's block. But if you just rap it or just freestyle it out from time to time, and then go back and get to the pad with it or get to your phone with it.
Okay.
Because I can do both.
Yeah. So then, do you prefer video clips or audio clips? Not make. Like, would you rather watch or listen?
I prefer to watch. Video clips. Myself personally, I'd say I do a lot of voice clipping. I'd voice clip over texting. That's what probably would make more sense to me.
Oh, I see.
Voice clipping over texting. I can't agree with texting.
Like texting long novels.
I'd rather voice clip you instead of text. I'd rather video instead of voice clip.
Yeah, so you can really know how they're saying something.
Yeah, because there's no feeling in a text message.
Exactly.
It's dry. It's very dry. There's no feeling in a text message. Bro.
So you read it how you want to, and it might be differently.
The way I pronounce something might be a lot different from how someone else would write it down, or the way I would write something down might be a little different from how someone else would pronounce it or how they would write it.
So we had a couple questions in the comments. One, I know we touched on a little bit, but you might have a little more to say. These kids out here that are choosing the street life. They're out here, they're doing their thing. They're already doing it. They already chose it. What kind of advice can you give them?
Well, the kids they're going to do what they do. They got their own path they're choosing. You know what I mean? They don't see what we see. Their future is different. We just was talking about that with the future. So the future that they see and the future that we see is totally different.
Yep.
They're not going to agree with what we thinking. You know what I mean? What we think is the next move or a bright idea or whatever. They're not going to agree with that. Bro.
They think they're grown and their brain hasn't even developed yet. I
think until about the age of 28.
At least, yeah. I was thinking 30.
You know what I mean? Yeah. At least 28. You're not ready for the world until you're about 28, because everybody, all the young boys, they think they got it all figured out. But nothing's like experience.
So if they do pick the street and they're out there, do you have any advice for those guys?
Well, my advice doesn't mean nothing to them. It's not going to matter. My advice is not going to matter. Good, bad, or indifferent. My advice is not going to matter.
Because you're an old head now and you're not out there?
They might look at it that way, or they might just look at it like, man, get out the way.
All right.
They might look at it as in get out the way over here.
What if there's a few youngins watching that really want to hear something?
Well, tune in, like, subscribe, share, comment.
Comment, and we'll answer your comment?
It is what it is.
Okay. Got you.
Just the way they feel. They ain't trying to hear nothing we talking about. That's why they out here moving the way they moving.
Yeah,
is it wrong?
Right.
It's the possibility that it's wrong. They know what's good and what's not good. You know what I mean? But
I'm sure they've heard it from other people.
You gotta remember, at the same time, you gotta watch what you're saying, because sometimes the words can be used against you. So the best thing I can say is live life. If you're going backwards, you ain't gonna get the good results that you think you're gonna get. You know what I mean? So
that's a good point.
Live life. Move how you move accordingly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think it's official to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Move and groove as you should. There's consequences and repercussions behind every action that you take.
That's what I was gonna say. Just at least keep in mind that there's gonna be consequences and there's gonna be karma involved, no matter what.
Life is what you make it.
See, but a lot of people don't want to hear that. They think they're stuck and they only got this to do, and they can only, like.
Well, you know what I say all the time. Clips like this, you can care less about it until 3, 6, 9 months later down the road. Oh man, we was doing something.
Yeah.
Well, Whether you think I am or you think I'm not, still gonna keep it. Straight down the center. Still gonna keep it direct.
Honest.
I still watch my words. I still definitely do watch my words, but I don't want to sound like an idiot.
Right.
I don't want to sound like a thing. I'm preaching to nobody. I made mistakes. That's why I do the little content that I do, because the old way ain't getting it from me.
Yeah. Everything's changed. For sure.
You can apologize till it's not heard no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I apologize 1,000 times. You know, and I hear me to the 999th.
Be lucky to catch him then.
So, all I can say is I hope somebody somewhere tune in and say, "Dad, I remember how he used to be."
Yeah, it's a tough one. I'm just trying to touch on the comments. You know what I mean?
I wonder how he figured that out. That, you know what I mean? Move differently. What he seen that made him not want to move the way he used to move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The streets.
We touched on a lot of that.
Streets is undefeated. You can't,
Oh, yeah.
You mean? It's like the internet. Streets is undefeated. You ain't beating that.
Right. Oh, you got anything else you want to drop on us?
Let me see. I want to talk about how rabies is serious. How rabies mangled 2 of my dogs.
I was just about to say, ain't that what got to your dogs?
Yeah.
3, right?
No, 2.
Just the 2?
Two of my girl dogs. Yeah. Rabies will fix you up.
That's crazy because you live, bro. You live near a PHA building. You think that has anything to do with it?
That's where all the rats coming from, bro.
Oh, you think they're directly responsible?
Because you know they got the incinerators. The incinerators.
Yo.
The trash drop from the incinerators to a dumpster. After the rats get done with the dumpsters, you know, they go to the oldest houses. They don't go to the newest houses. They already in the new houses. When they building them houses, the rats is already in there. I know that for a fact because
you've seen them?
Yeah. A couple of my homies used to work security, and I used to be able to go into the buildings and see what was what. You know what I mean? I seen how they used to let me know, yo, bro, watch down there. The rats in the basement real heavy, and then you come through. You know what I mean?
So I'm thinking about those rats, right? What are the size? What type of size are you talking about? Stop.
Yeah.
A rat
with the tail,
bro.
With the tail, real talk.
And how many at once?
Everybody from Philly, you know. You see about 3, 4 of them. They go. They catch a dog right.
How you even know it was a rat? I would have thought it was like a, I don't even know, like a fox or something. Like
no, ain't no foxes down
I'm
here.
showing this big. Well, that's a good point. There's not going to be a fox in the city, but
it's either a rat, a possum, or a raccoon. But more rats.
Straight
breed.
dog.
Yeah, more rats breed down here than anything. Possums and raccoons only come when the grass get a little hot.
Bro, that's a big rat.
Yeah. Like I said, they come from
So they come around and your dogs was in the back?
Yeah. One dog got X'd out, unalive. One dog got unalive like a month before the other one.
And how long did it take? How long, like from when they got bit to when they checked?
You get about a week.
What?
You get about a week.
Yo. And how did they let you know that they were bit? Like, how did you figure that out?
One dog, her arm swelled up real big. I don't know what it was. I thought she just hit it on something.
Like broke it or something?
Yeah, I didn't know what it was, bro. I was salty on that. That was crazy.
Every car that goes by is trying to see who you are. Every single car. Ooh. Excusez-moi. That's crazy.
Yeah, nobody would believe it. Especially with the amount of views that we have. It's not many views, but if you see how many people that be watching us while we recording, you're like,
yeah. Always trying to figure out who we are, for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Philly is bluesy. Well, I don't got nothing else for you. Got anything you want to drop for us?
Alright, let me say, I want to give a shout out to cousin Jesse. I want to give a shout out to shout out to my cousin Jesse. I said it's probably gonna be like the last time with the shout outs. Let me see. You know what? I got a story behind my cousin Jesse.
Okay.
Cousin Jesse blessed me.
Whoa. I didn't see
That
that.
dick was crazy.
Yo, I didn't see that, John.
That was crazy.
I'm curious to see what that's going to look
I
like.
remember my cousin was telling me, he was giving me a warning that police, yeah, this back one of them stories. You know,
Okay.
the police kept blitzing the blocks.
Damn.
Every block that's in our area, the police kept hitting a certain block. So as they kept hitting a certain block, pretty much like, yo, cuz they keep trying to catch you, cuz. They don't want none of us.
What?
They keep trying to catch you, cuz. So I'm like,
Wait, how he know?
they told him.
Oh, they straight up told him.
They told him. They said, yeah, we looking for the guy over there. You
Damn.
know, he's known as the kingpin around here. I'm
Oh,
thinking like,
shit.
Kingpin? Wait, what do you mean kingpin? Ain't no kingpin. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
You know
a
what I mean?
little bit. Just a little
What you
bit.
talking about? They said, "Nah, everybody know you.
He said just a little bit.
Everybody know you for what, but I keep it on the low. I ain't never been boasting and bragging about none of
Yeah.
that. The streets always, you know what
Yeah.
I mean, for the people that, I hope nobody don't know that I was involved in none of that. I don't want you to know. I want you to think I'm a cold square and all that, whatever. Leave me alone.
Yeah, right.
Man, stay away from me. I'm not interested with your nonsense, you know what I mean?
That's what happens after you hit that age of 30. You start thinking like,
Man, listen, that was a story. When he hit me with that,
so Jesse was looking out.
yeah, Jesse blessed me with that. He told me, yo, they looking for you, cuz. He ain't the only one. I ain't gonna say no other names, but a lot of people was blessing me, letting me know the law looking for you, bro.
Wow.
Like, a lot of people got raided. A lot of people got raided because they was trying to catch me.
That's wild.
Real talk.
Did they
a lot
let?
of people got raided because the police was looking for me, bro.
Do you know
They
if?
see me, they like, you know how they go, guilty by association, they shake
Yeah.
hands. You know what I mean? You around somebody smiling and, you know what I mean, talking.
They were going to all them
They
people.
going to everybody trying to get information from you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was heavy like that. Yeah. On the low. On the low. Yeah. Because a lot of people
That's
don't know because
weird.
I kept it real smooth. Like, you know, you're going to have an organization that's going to get you some money, or you're going to have an organization that's going to put y'all all in jail.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
You're either goofy for getting out there being completely active for no reason. How you going to get money if everybody laying everything down?
Right.
Like I said, you gotta be careful what you say. So I already know to be careful what I'm saying. But the positive content is not gonna reach nobody. So I dibble and dabble here and there, you know what I mean? But I got multiple stories. It's just
Dibble and dabble with that
dibble
type
and
of
dabble.
content, you mean?
Yeah.
I see. I see what you mean.
Multiple stories. It's just a certain timing for
Yeah. You don't want to just
releases.
lay out a
Yeah.
whole bunch of negative stories. Yeah, I feel you.
You never know who want the story. You feel me? You never know who want the story and why.
That's a
At
good
a
point.
later date.
That's a good point.
Let me see. Let me see. Who else I forgot? The only person I said was my cousin Jesse. Oh, my Uncle Don. My Uncle Donald. Let me see. Let's try to sit right here. Let's see what else I can grab. That's like the first thing we heard in a minute.
I know, yeah, you're right. We started coming back on the back blocks, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 boom.
And we got South Florida.
Yeah.
Not too far from Reed, like maybe a block or two from Reed, we down in South Florida. What's this, Front and Reed, right? No, Front and whatever it is.
Front and Pine.
Front and Pine. It's like a block. All right, hold on, let me see. Who did I forget? gonna say rest in peace to little Nick. That's my man, Sleep, little cousin. Let's see. I'm just trying to think of who helped me put money in, who helped me put so I'm trying to choose my words correctly too, you feel me? I don't want to say the wrong words. Because I don't want to say nothing that's going to incriminate myself or nobody that I'm speaking on, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it can happen 6 months later, a year later, you know? You talking, and it come right back and...
You don't got to put no more info out then. You got your shout outs off, right?
Yeah, I'm going to just... Yeah.